Welcome inside the Dollar Factory. Today, we explore how the world's most secure currency relies on industrial-scale manufacturing.
This mass production starts with raw materials. Bales of 75% cotton and 25% linen arrive by the ton. Our observer watches the massive industrial-scale manufacturing vats, where the raw fibers are cleaned, bleached, and blended. In this factory, the mass production of the dollar requires millions of gallons of water to purify the pulp. Through mass production, water is aggressively pressed out, creating the unique, durable texture that defines the American dollar. Here, you can see how mass production perfectly presses a faint watermark into the paper before it even dries. Even at industrial-scale manufacturing pace, tiny red and blue security fibers are precisely embedded into every sheet.
Here, the massive paper sheet moves continuously over these heated drums, driving off moisture to set the fibers.
Industrial-scale manufacturing ensures that every single bill gets a microprinted security thread woven directly into the paper's core.
Once assembled, the wet paper goes through industrial-scale manufacturing ovens, baking the security features permanently into place.
The mass production of raw material yields giant paper rolls, each weighing tons and containing thousands of future dollars. To prepare for printing, industrial-scale manufacturing guillotines slice the endless rolls into massive, perfectly uniform blank sheets. Inspecting these blanks reveals the true scale of mass production. Millions of secure sheets are ready for the ink. Inside the Dollar Factory, industrial-scale manufacturing involves blending highly classified magnetic inks in massive chemical vats.
This color-shifting ink is highly guarded, yet mass production requires hundreds of gallons of it mixed daily.
Before the industrial-scale manufacturing presses run, master engravers spend months hand-carving the intricate security portraits. This singular artwork is then duplicated through mass production onto giant steel plates that will print multiple bills simultaneously. Our observer watches as industrial-scale manufacturing combines these plates with massive machinery to begin the printing phase. The first step in this mass production printing is the offset press, layering subtle background colors to thwart counterfeiters.
It's amazing how industrial-scale manufacturing applies these incredibly precise background gradients across 10,000 sheets an hour.
After the offset stage, mass production protocols require these sheets to cure and dry for up to 72 hours. Next is intaglio printing, where industrial-scale manufacturing forces ink into the deep grooves of the heavy steel plates.
You can literally feel the mass production here. The intaglio press uses thousands of pounds of pressure per square inch.
This industrial-scale manufacturing pressure forces the paper into the plate, giving the dollar its signature raised, textured feel.
That distinct texture you feel, it's only possible through the extreme forces of intaglio mass production.
The Dollar Factory relies on industrial-scale manufacturing to print millions of the iconic greenbacks every single day. Because the ink is applied so thickly, mass production requires intense, specialized drying tunnels to prevent smudging. Now, industrial-scale manufacturing takes over the front of the bill, applying the black ink in intricate portraits. During this mass production run, optical sensors ensure the front and back prints align with microscopic precision.
We are halfway through. Industrial-scale manufacturing has printed the art, but they aren't legal tender quite yet.
Again, mass production dictates a waiting period. The heavy black intaglio ink must cure fully before the next step. Inside the Dollar Factory, industrial-scale manufacturing uses supercomputers and high-speed cameras to inspect every millimeter for defects. Our observer notes that even in mass production, flawed sheets are instantly flagged by the automated inspection system. Any microscopic error means the sheet is shredded. Industrial-scale manufacturing demands absolute perfection in currency security.
Despite the extreme speeds of mass production, tiny microprinting remains flawlessly sharp on every single approved sheet.
For the newest bills, industrial-scale manufacturing precise stamps the color-shifting foil right onto the paper surface. The blue 3D ribbon isn't just printed. Mass production machines weave it directly through the fibers of the paper. Watching this in person is incredible. Industrial-scale manufacturing creates thousands of these kinetic, moving holograms every minute. But the sheer volume of mass production here is staggering. Billions of dollars sit in this room, completely unspendable.
To turn this secure paper into actual money, industrial-scale manufacturing moves us to the cope machines for overprinting.
The cope mass production phase is where the Federal Reserve seals and the crucial serial numbers are finally added. Through industrial-scale manufacturing, a unique sequential alphanumeric code is permanently stamped onto every individual note. This observer is watching mass production history, the exact moment this paper legally becomes United States currency. Advanced optical character recognition ensures that industrial-scale manufacturing never produces a duplicate serial number.
The printing process is finished, but mass production isn't over until these massive sheets are cut and packaged.
Precision is everything. Industrial-scale manufacturing machines perfectly align stacks of 100 sheets, ensuring perfectly straight cuts later. To prevent slipping during the cut, mass production utilizes extreme hydraulic pressure to squeeze the air out of the stacks. Our observer watches the massive industrial-scale manufacturing blades slice the 32-note sheets into neat vertical halves. The precision robotics of mass production instantly rotate the stacks, preparing them for the final, fatal slices.
The final blade drops. Industrial scale manufacturing has officially separated the massive sheets into individual, ready-to-spend dollars.
Immediately after cutting, mass production automated strapping machines wrap crisp paper bands around every stack of 100 bills. Immediately after cutting, mass production automated strapping machines wrap crisp paper bands around every stack of 100 bills. 10 of these straps are combined by industrial scale manufacturing to form a standard bank bundle of 1,000 notes. To protect the currency, mass production lines instantly shrink wrap these 1,000-note bundles in durable, tamper-evident plastic. In the language of industrial scale manufacturing at the Mint, 4 of these bundles make up a massive currency brick.
This mass production brick contains 4,000 notes, fully audited, tracked by barcode, and ready for the vault.
Industrial scale manufacturing logistics dictate that these bricks are instantly moved into heavily guarded, climate-controlled subterranean vaults. This vault represents the pinnacle of mass production, billions in perfect, pristine, identically manufactured currency safely stored. Even with strict security, industrial scale manufacturing flow never stops. Pallets are constantly verified for imminent deployment. When the Federal Reserve places an order, mass production logistics machines retrieve the massive pallets for immediate shipment.
Our raw materials are now money. Next, industrial scale manufacturing meets real-world deployment as the cash leaves the factory.
The launch phase begins. Mass production of the notes is finished, and the logistics of national deployment takes over. Through industrial scale manufacturing logistics, entire pallets, representing hundreds of millions of dollars, are loaded in minutes. Protecting the results of this mass production requires extreme security as the cash transitions from factory to the market. This industrial scale manufacturing output is now hitting the highway, launching the world's most secure currency into circulation.
The Federal Reserve uses tools like interest rates to manage the economy. This helps keep prices stable and employment high.
Inside the Fed, industrial scale manufacturing gives way to industrial scale distribution, sorting the cash for commercial banks. The mass production life cycle reaches the consumer level as local banks receive the freshly minted, highly secure bills. Our observer watches the final deployment, mass production cash being loaded into the everyday machines we all use. What started as raw cotton via industrial scale manufacturing is now instantly dispensed into a consumer's waiting hands. Because it's the global reserve, the mass production of this secure currency impacts markets and travelers across the planet. This industrial scale manufacturing isn't just making paper, it is literally printing the foundation of global international trade. In the market, the mass production security features, like UV threads, instantly prove the bill's authenticity to merchants everywhere. Trillions of transactions rely entirely on the flawless industrial scale manufacturing that occurred back inside the dollar factory. From raw linen pulp to massive printing presses, the mass production of the dollar is a true modern marvel.
And that is how industrial scale manufacturing inside the dollar factory produces the absolute most secure currency on Earth.